Hey everyone, welcome back to the Incredible India podcast series. I'm Debbie.
And I'm Tim.
So today we're diving into Hyderabad's Old City. It's quite a place.
It really is. We've been looking at some great material about a walking tour there, and it promises, a real journey back in time.
Right, a way to understand its history, its culture over, centuries?
Exactly. And this deep dive is kind of for you if you're curious, if you want to, get the essence of Old Hyderabad fairly quickly. Get those aha moments without feeling totally swamped by dates and names.
Okay, so let's set the scene. The Old City, it's not new. We're talking about foundations laid roughly 400 years ago by the Qutub Shahi Sultans.
That's right. And then later, the Nizams left their mark too. So you're literally walking through these layers of history.
It feels like you can almost touch the past there.
Well, that's the idea. It's not just reading about it. You're seeing the architecture, feeling the atmosphere. And the tour material mentions a cultural evangelist as a guide. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Suggests real passion, doesn't it? Someone who can really, bring those stories alive.
Definitely. Making that connection between the Qutub Shahis and the Nizams feel, real.
So what are the big stops? It has to start with the Charminar, surely. It's the symbol of Hyderabad.
Absolutely. It's iconic. Built, interestingly, to mark the end of a plague way back. It's got this mix of architectural styles, too.
And from there, the tour goes to Mecca Masjid.
Yeah, nearby. One of India's oldest mosques, hugely significant. Construction started under the Qutub Shahis, finished by Aurangzeb.
And the tour actually meets at Nimra Cafe right beside it. That sounds like a perfect start. Grab a proper Hyderabadi chai.
Exactly. And the name, Mecca Masjid, comes from bricks, supposedly brought from Mecca for the central arch. It's quite grand, but also very serene inside, a real contrast to the streets.
Ah, the streets. So after these big monuments, you dive into the bazaars.
You do, and that's where you get that sensory overload, in a good way. Bangles, pearls.
Hyderabad, the city of pearls, of course.
Right. Perfumes, intricate laces, bridal-wear. It's all there. It's vibrant.
It's like the living pulse of the city. Centuries old, but still buzzing.
Totally. It's not just shopping. It's seeing this economic and social history still playing out.
Then there are some other interesting spots. A clock tower. Not built by royalty, though.
No, this one was built by Osman Jah Bahadur. He was a Paigah noble, even served as prime minister. Shows the influence of families beyond the Nizams themselves.
Right, the Paigah family. And the tour also goes to the Mecca Palace.
Yeah, as much as 19th century place, he was also law minister, so you see their footprint.
And there's another noble house mentioned, Khurshid Jah Bahadur's palace.
From the Shamsiya family, another key aristocratic line. Sort of paints a picture of the whole social structure back then.
And the big finish, Choumahalla Palace.
The grand finale, yes. The actual seat of the Nizam.
Who was like the richest person on the planet in the early 20th century.
That's what they say. Ending there really drives home the sheer scale of wealth and power during the Nizam era. You can almost feel it in the courtyards.
So it's more than just looking at buildings. It's about trying to grasp the lifestyle, especially that Nizam-era opulence.
Exactly. Connecting the spaces to the people, the power dynamics, the way society worked, it makes it human.
Okay, practical stuff. If you're listening and thinking, I want to do this, how does it work?
Well, the tours typically run at 9 a.m., 12 p.m., and 3 p.m.
Right. And the cost? It varies a bit.
It does, yeah. Depends on group size. Ranges from around 2,750 rupees, maybe if you're a 4 or more, up to about 4,250 rupees if you're going solo.
And importantly, that price covers the guide, all the entrance fees.
And tea, plus all the taxes.
Tea is a nice touch. So what are people saying about it? You looked at some reviews?
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
From TripAdvisor. And honestly, they're overwhelmingly positive. People really seem to love the guides.
Oh, yeah. Any names mentioned?
One guide, John, gets a lot of praise for his storytelling, making history fun. Someone even mentioned stopping at a local bakery for biscuits.
Huh. That's brilliant. Little unexpected local moments like that make a tour, don't they?
Totally. Makes it feel less like a lecture and more like an experience.
People also talk about the guides being really knowledgeable, but also just hospitable, making tourists feel genuinely welcome.
Yeah, that comes through strongly. One reviewer, a first-time visitor to India, felt really safe and looked after. Even traveling solo. That's great to hear.
Definitely reassuring. And the key sites, Choumahalla Palace, Charminar, Mecca Masjid, Lad Bazaar, they all get mentioned frequently, often along with the tea and cookies.
Right. It confirms these are the memorable highlights.
And it sounds like the guides are good at tailoring things, adapting to how much you already know about Hyderabad.
Seems so. Personalized approach. Other guides like Kalyan and Ramu also get good mentions. And someone specifically liked the unhurried pace.
That's key. You don't want to feel like you're just ticking boxes. You want to soak it in. Now, this is focused on the Old City Walk, but the sources mentioned other possibilities too, right? Briefly.
Yeah, just touched on them. Things like a full-day tour, including Golconda Fort and the Qutub Shahi tombs.
Okay.
And even trips further out, like exploring the Silk Route to Pochampali or Kohinoor Diamond Trail to Warangal.
Wow, okay. So plenty more to explore if this walk sparks your interest.
For sure.
Yeah.
It shows the depth of history in the whole region, not just the Old City.
So wrapping this up, this Old City Walk seems like a fantastic way to really get under the skin of Hyderabad's history. Qutub Shahi, Nizams, the landmarks, the bazaars.
It really does package it well. It's immersive, efficient if you're short on time, but still deep. You get the stories, the atmosphere, guided by people who really know and love the place.
A great way to connect with old Hyderabad's soul.
Couldn't put it better myself.
And if you are inspired, if you want to book this experience, it's pretty straightforward. You can email them. The address is contact@fivesensetools.com.
Just make sure that 5 is the numeral 5. So contact at fivesensetools.com.
Right. Or you can use WhatsApp. That number is +91 9845 677 446.
Got it. Easy enough to get in touch and plan your trip.
So finally, something for you to think about. As you picture Hyderabad's past, which era grabs you more? The earlier foundations laid by the Qutub Shahi Sultans, or the perhaps more famous opulent era of the Nizams?
Yeah, think about why. What parts of their legacies do you think still resonate most strongly in the Hyderabad of today? Interesting question to ponder.